The streets are saying I'm talking too much about task. But guess what? Ain't about to stop.
Here we go again.
Chiagoziem, you have to start before the finale before ours and our GMV finale next week.
I've started it. I'm on episode 4.
Of task?
Yeah.
Why did you say anything?
Because I wanted to surprise you.
Oh, okay. Wait, let's do that. Let's do that again. Chiagoziem, you have to start task before the finale next week. Hello?
Hello?
You have to start task for the finale next week.
Yeah, I've started it.
What, really?
That was the initial...
What episode are you on?
That was the initial reaction I was expecting.
Wait, what episode are you on?
I'm on episode 4.
Oh my God! You actually looked into my recommendation. I'm so touched. Oh, wow. Oh, this has really made me emotional. Oh, thank you. Are you enjoying it?
I actually am. It's really good acting. And it's really good storytelling as well.
Oh, wow. Okay. You really surprised me with that. I didn't really expect that. Oh, wow. That's so nice. Oh, guys, it's a good thing we did our theory pod last week, right?
Yes.
It's a good thing we didn't wait one more week before talking about theories. You guys ready to talk about Gen V? Get straight into it?
Always.
Yeah. Shit. That's good.
Okay. Hello and welcome back to the Popcorn for Dinner podcast, and welcome to the Colin trademark. I'm Bankole, and today we're discussing the penultimate episode of Gen V Season 2. And we're just going to go straight into it because I'm sure you guys have lots of thoughts. You guys are listening, just came off the episode and you have lots of thoughts on our theories from last week and whatnot. So joining me today to discuss the episode. This is actually a bit weird because I've actually been in cars with both of them. And they are the kind of guys that feel more comfortable when they do this driving.
Hey, yo.
Wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's actually crazy.
How you guys doing?
I'm chilling, man.
Out here.
I feel like I've not, I know I said that, but I feel like I've not physically seen you since 2012.
Yeah, it's
Really?
been a minute, yeah.
Wow.
We need to fix that
I'm
next
seeing
year.
you this weekend, maybe. Yeah.
Where are you now?
I'm back home. I'm in Philly.
Yeah, I haven't seen Oseghale in a minute. I missed him when he came to Canada last year.
Crazy. Wow.
I guess we'll fix that next year. Why are you seeing him this weekend? Since I don't ask you about
I might actually not see him this weekend, to be fair.
No, you said it on the podcast.
But
I think we'll both
be. I think we'll both be in DC.
I think I'm going to be in DC this weekend. Maybe next weekend. I'm not sure.
Oh,
yeah.
Never mind. I got the dates mixed up. I won't be seeing him this weekend.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a shame. You guys,
I'm in for a wedding.
At least you see each other next week on the Gen V finale recording, if not in person.
I was just thinking, I'm like, did I forget something?
Remember, all I care about is the numbers and the money. I don't care about you guys' personal and social lives.
I'm crying.
Let's talk about Gen V because I'm sure we'll get through. This episode is titled Hell Week. As I mentioned, is the penultimate episode of the season. Yes. It is written and directed by Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul legend Thomas Schnauz. Oseghale, where do you want to start in discussing this episode?
Man, I mean, we can start at the beginning. It was pretty interesting, them showing Annabeth getting her powers through dreams. Or not getting her powers through dreams, like experiencing her powers as a precog through dreams. I feel like that was pretty cool. Because it now throws into question, like, was just a fucking nightmare and was actually something that could potentially happen. And you can see that
she went through, I guess, when her parents,
Yeah. So I feel like that's a pretty interesting dynamic. And I love the fact that Marie doesn't trust Cate for shit. Because it's like, Cate is trying to be like, hey man, like, I know I fucked up, but I won't do that shit again. And Marie just like, nah. We don't do that here.
I mean, I'll talk about that in a second, but just on your thing about what's a nightmare, what's a dream, that is like a pretty emotional thing to be like living your life through. I mean, for me, 3/4 of my dreams are set in Loyola, and the other quarter are like driving dreams, like I'm getting into accidents. So at least I know 3/4 are not precogs because like they've already happened. And Chiagoziem, you look concerned.
You don't dream. You have nightmares.
Oh yes. I don't sleep well. I don't think I've slept well in years. I have
Oh my
nightmares.
God. All my nightmares are set in Loyola.
Don't
all of
tell you
them.
yeah, most of my nightmare could be happening in Mars, and then the last scene will be Loyola.
Will be in I know, it's so weird.
It just randomly change to Loyola.
Yeah. Wow.
Don't tell you something that like I had a week where I died in my dream 3 times.
Damn, nigga.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
No, not really. But I looked it up and it was like, oh, it might not necessarily be a bad thing. It might be like you're experiencing change. And I looked at it and I was like, nigga, ain't no change happening around here. What are you guys talking about?
Whoa.
They were like, if you're dying in your dream, it means that like you're experiencing change and you're like your body or your mind or whatever is metamorphosizing and like you're like changing from one situation to another. I was like, okay. I don't see it happening right now, but sure.
3 times in 1 week is a lot.
Yeah, it was like somebody was chasing me. They were like, there were witch doctors chasing me, definitely. But like, you know what? I prevailed because I'm here talking about Gen V.
Wow.
I am this superior witch doctor. Cate, you mentioned Cate, and I guess let's talk about that because Chiagoziem messaged the group chat against my strict orders. When she messaged the group chat, which was watching, she was like, I'm 16 minutes into this episode and it's still for Cate. So then I go watch the episode and I'm like, why is she like, Chiagoziem, I think you owe Cate an apology.
No, but I was only so sorry. Let's run it back. Right? So at the start of the episode, Cate was trying to convince Marie
to fix her.
Cool. After Marie healed Polarity now tried to convince Marie to like fix Cate. And then Cate was like, don't mind her. She doesn't listen to reason. I was like, hey, Cate, are you sick in the head? But then this episode, Marie has lost me completely. Like,
wow,
she has lost me completely. Because you
guys really cannot. Well, okay, go ahead.
No,
continue.
For her to tell Cate that if she like uses her powers on her friends, alleged friends, I guess, if she uses her powers on them, that she will heal her. That's diabolical. And you know what? I have to also say hands up to Cate because she didn't go through with it because I was thinking that she would be like...
what Marie is going through right now is a popularly known, condition called superhero syndrome.
Yes. Sorry, do you know that meme? Checkers, I don't know. You're not really on Twitter, so I don't know if you know it as well. But it's like that thing where it's like somebody's like, "Oh, we want strong, complicated female character." And they're like, "You couldn't even handle her." And I'm just like, Chiagoziem said, "You're dropping Marie at the first sign of like of her Paul Atreides."
I just feel like the betrayal. So Marie annoyed me for so many reasons this episode. Right?
I think that's fair, by the way. I do think that's fair. I think,
that, I said last episode that I feel like she's having some sort of, I don't know, superiority complex, savior complex, whatever.
I was going to give you your flowers for saying that.
Because she's just doing things that I don't like people that don't move with sense. Right? I don't like when things aren't logical. First of all, when they were in Homeboy's house, what's his name?
Cypher?
Yes, when they were in Cypher's house, and she was revealing that they had seen Stan Edgar, that they think Godolkin did. I'm like, you guys know this house is bugged. You're still here talking about plans once again. That annoyed me.
Yeah.
For her to tell Cate to use her powers on her friends after they all collectively suffered under Cate's wrath. Also crazy. And then finally, for her to, that was not even finally. There's something else that came in and out of my mind just now.
Is she what she said to Annabeth?
Aside from that, but that as well.
Line crossed.
Also what she said to Cate, that she's the one that killed Andre. But aside from all of that, she used her powers on all of them.
That is the main thing.
And I'm like, that's crazy, one. But two, you didn't have to lift them up into the sky. She could have kept them on ground and used her powers to just fix them in place.
You're right.
But for her to lift them up into the sky is just exerting even more, just like further showing that she has...
literally aura farming.
Aura farming.
Aura farming.
And I'm just like,
aura farming.
Babe. Yeah, she lost me. But what I will say,
Yeah.
who got me this episode? I even had to go and find her real name. Keeya King, the
Yeah.
actress who plays Annabeth. All the flowers. Because
Fair.
the emotion this babe portrayed this episode, she was my top actress this episode.
She
top
was-
actor, top acting
Yeah?
professional this
Okay.
episode. She was it for me.
She was locked in. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
felt those emotions. Also, Cypher, when he revealed to us that he was, what was his real name? Tom?
Dog.
Joe?
Dog.
Whatever. Whatever that
Dog-
name
Dog
is.
Brightway.
I felt the fear in this man. I felt that
Oh.
fear. So, once again, shout out to Keeya King.
Hamish. And
I
Hamish
will
Linklater.
always, yes, and Hamish. I will always be a fan for you, my girl. I'ma stand 10 toes behind you.
I would say
She
this.
was.
Thank you.
She was in the first season of Yellow Jackets, the best season, but then her character got recast. So that's kind of where I saw her first. Keeya King. Maybe she got recast to do this. I don't know. But she got recast after season 1.
Now, Chiagoziem, I would like to say I definitely agree with everything that you said. But I mean, if we're keeping it 100, bro, I feel like it was kind of obvious that, Marie was going to start doing some dumb shit like this because
Yeah.
she just brought somebody back from the dead, man.
Yeah.
Like come
I
on,
know.
man.
The ego.
And
I think if you're-
also apart from that, Stan Edgar also got in her head. So I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
so it's those two things.
Also,
like once
Cypher
Also Cypher also
is
got
on
in
the
her
phone.
head, Yeah.
yeah. So like once she left the bunker, I already knew that she was gonna be on some
Yeah.
dumb shit. So like I wasn't so really genuinely surprised by anything she did in this episode. Her using her powers on them, and I'm like, come on, bro, you tweaking a lot right now. You
Like,
tweaking a lot
please.
right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously, Chiagoziem, you mentioned it last week, the superiority complex. To be fair, I hadn't seen it yet. I still thought it was maybe like, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? Whichever when you mentioned it about them going to save Kate.
Kate.
I hadn't seen it yet. I still thought it was like more like survivor's remorse. But in this episode, it is there, and like Cypher's being ahead, like you said, Sanega was in ahead as well. And I think for people like us, if you're used to these stories and these kind of like, look, Paul Atreides is the special one, right? He's the one that every other one is so cookie cutter and PG, so they don't let the heroes go as dark as they need to be, right? Like Star Wars or Harry Potter and things like that. Paul Atreides is like, this is kind of really what would happen if you were talking about like a messiah. Like he would probably end up being this kind of person, right? And I think for her, it's like as well, like, I mean, I don't think Marie is going to become the villain of the story, but I think it would have been possible for her not, like, she thinks she's doing the right thing. She thinks she's helping her kids or her friends or whatever. And yeah, her using her powers on them, on Jordan, first of all, was like,
It was loud.
if I'm Jordan, I don't know how I forgive you. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I don't know how I forgive
wouldn't.
you. Like, or at least forgive you to a point where we're dating again. Because you know
No.
how, like, traumatic it was for me the first time you did it. And, like, you're doing it again. That's, like, I don't know what to say
Yeah.
to you. I mean, the thing she says to Kate, like, her exact words are, you used your powers against us as a reason why she could never forgive Kate. And then she does the exact same thing 20 minutes later. It is, like, yeah, it is, like, it makes sense for the archetype of who this character is or what they're trying to say, but I was like, yeah, it makes sense that it was. I mean, I'm not off the Marie train as
Oh no,
as Chiagoziem seems to be.
that's my baby. I ain't. I'm gonna stand behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'll give her grace because she's a teenager, heightened emotions,
mhm.
etc., etc. But yeah, she lost me just a little bit.
Yeah, it is.
Like
it
for
is
me to be like, Kate, you did something there. Come on now.
Fair
Like,
enough.
From me. Come on.
So she cures polarity, right? Which again, Chiagoziem her literal words last week where I genuinely believe Mary can fix polarity and Kate. Which I'm not even going to try to think about how she cured polarity because I think the next time she cures somebody makes it even more difficult to understand. So maybe should we just go there to Godolkin, or is there anything anyone wants to touch on before we talk about Godolkin?
I mean, with Kate, with polarity, I think it makes sense because basically they talk about how he has like fissures in his heart, right? So her closing those fissures, it's not really that crazy. Now,
is that how he was getting his tremors? Is that did they say that? Okay.
Yeah. So
fair.
now the Godolkin situation, that one, I'm just like, all right, bro.
So here's the thing. Essentially, you called her the boys' universe Jesus last week.
Yeah.
And that's a sentiment that has been echoed on Twitter because as you were very keen to show us that you're not the only person that thought of it, and like people are following the cult of Oseghale, which is fair. They call her the bisexual Jesus, which cool. She cures this man's body. Like, I thought she was going to cure maybe the issues within him and his body will still be burnt. But like, she cured his skin. So now this show has, I'm not saying they've gone off the rails, but I'm saying they've gone off the rails in terms of like her powers. Like, we're just going to accept anything at this way. Secondly, again, people that watch it, at the point you just accept whatever powers they tell you this character has. Because just like...
But the thing with this Marie situation in particular, right, she explained it herself. So I can't even be mad, bro.
What, the cells thing?
Yes. Because she said, literally, when she was healing Annabeth, she said that she literally connected with every cell in her body and basically just told them, hey, lock in, nigga. So, and that's why I said from the jump from that episode, is like, she can do anything. They've
so
literally told us
blood
she
powers.
can do anything. Yeah, they've
evolved. Blood powers.
Yeah, they've evolved past blood now. Now anything connected to blood is fair game.
But my question is, right, so this burn situation that happened with Godolkin, how long ago was that?
Bro, what,
1968? 1968?
Because why does that man look young? That was my question.
Because
is it that he wasn't aging?
Yeah.
And also, my second question, did we always know he was a soup? Because
no.
I thought
it was implied,
he was
but
a regular... I thought he was a regular human.
So
he
remember at the beginning,
himself.
Remember at the beginning when he went to talk to the other scientists that were injecting themselves with V, he told them, oh, it wasn't ready yet. So I'm assuming he had already injected himself with the finished version of the V. I wanted to let them know to take that instead.
Okay, because I thought that him telling them that it wasn't finished, like he hadn't injected himself.
That was what they want us to believe, definitely.
He was okay, because okay.
So let's assume he was 28 in 1968, right? So he's meant to be in real human terms like late 80s now. And I think maybe by I think they've done the makeup to make him look like 40s. Maybe they're obviously not going to make him look that old. And obviously he's a soup, and I guess maybe they had the chamber and all of that stuff kind of like today.
Slowed aging.
We'll talk about Dog as well in a second. Actually, no, let's just do everything now because I want to ask you guys a question because we had this big theory episode last week where we discussed our theories and the theories that we've kind of seen online and kind of weighed the merits. And it turns out like the theory about like Cypher being Godolkin controlling this human being was correct. Considering we had just discussed that theory in depth and we're all like, we actually think this is the correct theory, the truth, did that affect how the twist landed on you? Were you like, did it feel anticlimactic? Did it make sense? Like, do you think it would have been different if we hadn't had the discussion on the podcast?
I feel like the fact that we spoke about it before the it's getting confirmed just made me more excited. I'm not gonna lie.
Fair enough. That's nice. Yeah.
I think because I hadn't heard any of those theories. I was just living in La La Land. So after hearing the theories and then seeing it happen, I feel like if I hadn't heard those theories, I'd have definitely been like, whoa, they cook right here. But it was nice that like people's eyes were open and they were connecting things.
You didn't get the feeling of, oh, whoa, they're cooking right here. Were you like disappointed?
No, I did.
Okay.
No, I wasn't disappointed. I feel like if I hadn't known, I'd have been like blown away. But because we'd spoken about it and I'm like, that does make sense. Like it was making sense why he could injure himself and all those different, whatever things. Jordan saying they felt that he was always in pain. They felt that pain when he was inside of them. I was like, the theory is theorizing. Y'all
Yeah.
are scholars out there. So shout out to y'all.
I do wonder TV writers' feelings on the rise of like the internet and Twitter and Reddit. Because it's like,
right.
just like, fuck it, just like, well, you guys are, because I guess before, the way it was like somebody could be having a theory in their house, right, and discussing with their friends and maybe at work. But you don't get to like say it on Twitter for like 1 million people to see on a podcast. And so like by the time it comes out, like everybody has already been thinking about it, and it's not really, it's not like, I mean, it still works because I think it works from a story point of view, but it's not a surprise in the way like I think things were like. Even I talked about Severance a few weeks ago, and I'm not going to spoil anything this week, but there's a twist in Severance. And for weeks, literally from the first episode, people were discussing it. Like, what is this twist or whatever? Is this a twist? And then I had a friend who messaged me after the thing was revealed. And like to them, they were shocked because they are not online. And I was like, oh, I'm the one who's online and knows that everybody's discussing this thing, and I listen to like 3 Severance pods a week, and I'm editing a Severance pod, and I'm on a Severance pod. So I'm like, oh yeah, it makes sense that these theories feel like normal pace to me, but you are a normal person who goes to work, watches their shows, and goes to bed. You're not spending too much time thinking about TV theories. So like they were like, oh wow, they were quite surprised. I'm like, oh yeah, it makes sense. And if I go back and watch, I'll see. I was like, oh yeah, that's how TV watching used to be. And I'm not trying to say like bring back the old days or whatever. I'm just saying like, it's like you do kind of lose that thing where like if you're theorizing, and then I think the reverse of it is like fans are like, oh, it is just that we kind of predicted. And yeah, it's not our fault that you predicted it. Like you guys spend 24 hours a day thinking about it. Like our job was to write the story, and it made sense within the story, but you guys were spending way too much time thinking about it. So it's not our fault that you predicted it. But yeah, I was just thinking about that because we had just done the thing. And I was like, we like, how does that affect how we feel? And I guess like, because I did feel like I wasn't as surprised because again, we had just discussed it. But then I was like, how would I have felt if I hadn't been talking about it on a podcast? Anyway, so he's been controlling this guy named Dog. Dog says that like he had just been fired from his job at Blockbuster. This guy has been controlling Dog for decades. Dog has no life. Like so we're assuming that it was Godolkin in Cypher when Mary was born. So that alone is already 20 years. Was it Godolkin? No, I don't think Cypher wouldn't have been there when Homelander was born. So like, well, you get the point. Like he's been controlling this one man for at least 20 years. Probably more. Yeah, I don't know. Like Godolkin. What do you guys? Yes, Chiagoziem.
Sorry, one other question. Does that mean that? But Cypher is just a human, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he'll be aging normally.
Yeah,
Cypher looks like, I don't know. I don't know how to tell age. Is it late 30s, early 40s?
I think it's just weird Photoshop.
I don't know.
Like, are you trying to say that he looks the same in the picture?
Not even that. But like in terms of how long he has been controlling Cypher, from what age? Does that mean like, from when he was, that would be early, late 20s?
Late 20s, early 30s.
Late 20s. No, it has to be
early 20s probably.
Earlier than that. Yeah, early 20s, early 20s.
Because his body went missing, 1968, right? Like, or let's say 1970 or something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's no clear timeline, but we can assume he's been controlling Cypher for a significant
I feel like he was
amount of
controlling
time.
Somebody before Cypher. Cypher was not the first person he controlled.
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
Fair. Yeah. Because I was still wondering, like, how did he get from his burnt, crispy body to, like, someone had to have helped him. Like,
yeah, he did some Professor X shit. He sent his mind out into the world to go and control a human being. And because Cypher is maybe early 50s, right?
Yeah.
Early 50s. That takes him to like 1970 something.
Really?
He was born.
I thought he was a bit younger.
Maybe late 40s. They're definitely not younger than late 40s.
I'm so bad at age. Wow. Never mind.
Yeah. So I think maybe, he was probably controlling him since maybe at max. I don't think it was early 20s. I think maybe like mid 20s, late 20s.
If you think he's 50s, then yeah, that makes sense.
But then if Cypher is actually like a medical professional, then he would have had to send him to school. Imagine taking over somebody's body and doing school again. Oh my God. I was like, That's so necessary.
And it's annoying because Doug was just the backseat. He was just in the backseat, just like watching his life.
Watching his life go by.
And
That's
he was
crazy.
feeling everything, and like, yeah, that's a lot. We had also discussed last week about how Polaris was able to kind of like stop the Cypher's powers, and it seemed like it was his powers, it was his mental powers, not like anything mental.
There was a particular thing they called it. Let me check my notes because that shit was scientific. Is here
TMS?
TSM, transcranial magnetic stimulation.
Yeah, TMS. Yeah.
TMS.
Did you deep Kate's face when polarity was like he stopped Cypher from controlling?
Yeah. Look, Cate was just looking for any way to counter that man. Cate is afraid.
Yes, sir.
Did you deep Jordan's face when Cypher was like, "You don't have to worry, Jordan"? Like, that's another person that's traumatized. Like, they are afraid of that man. Something that Godolkin says, he says that she was right. She knew you couldn't stop yourself. You had to come back here.
Sister
Had
Sage,
to be the big hero, save everyone. Sage really just has everybody on lock.
Bro.
I mean, I guess, like I said, it's not that difficult a prediction to make, but it is, like, so we understand, like, it was Sage and Godolkin that had the romantic entanglement, relationship, whatever you want to call it.
You know, Sage loves her milk merchants, so...
she does.
Yeah.
And he starts by killing the Hempel.
Mm-hmm.
He starts his calling by killing the Hempel. So you went to school in America. Were you in a frat?
Nah, I wasn't, but they were hella frat.
What was the weirdest like hazing ritual that you either heard of or you saw?
I didn't see any, to be honest, but like, man, there was a lot of weird shit going on, bro. Like, I know those guys used to do some weird shit. I don't remember any in particular, but it was like, I know sometimes like guys who, they'll have to go to campus without showering for like for weeks or a month.
So you're hazing everyone else. That's not for you. That's people that sit beside you.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
that's a public health issue.
Yeah. Just bro, the most random of random shits, man.
So our guy with the asshole,
the quantum,
like a black hole,
continuum.
He has two people in his body, right?
Yeah.
Because he's like, which one is Hempel? Is it the red? So there's another person, which also means that he can control. Look, I do think it's a power that is quite interesting because like he can control who he's sending out. It is just like.
How do they breathe in there?
How do they breathe? Like Jonah.
So I'm guessing is a pocket dimension.
Is that blasphemous?
I'm guessing his asshole is a pocket dimension, and it kind of has like its own atmosphere. So like people can actually
oxygen inside.
Exactly. So people can actually survive inside there because they don't really say how long people stay inside there. So like people can be there for days. They can bring snacks inside. Like
and it's as if they weren't like gasping for air when they come out. They just come out.
They look normal. They look happy even.
Yeah. Sorry, let's get back on track.
Yeah, please.
One more thing. It's crazy that they call the guys they're hazing bondage babies, bro. Because I was like, why is this guy wearing a diaper? Then he was like, oh, I called bondage babies, and I'm like, makes sense.
Yeah, and Godolkin kills him. So I haven't read. Second, you haven't read the boys' comics, have you?
So I've read parts of them, not like actually read like the full things.
Yeah.
But the comics were wild, like so much wilder than the show is crazy.
Yeah. So I haven't read the comics and I haven't really done any research because I don't want to like spoil myself. But I do know this is obviously based on like a run in the comics, and Godolkin in the comics is like present day. I know that much. And he runs his own team, the G-Men, which is like a version of the X-Men. Now, I know in this story that this is based off of like the boys, Huey, Butcher, Frenchie, they go undercover, or rather Huey goes undercover in the G-Men because something is going amiss. One of the like lead heroes in the G-Men has killed herself. So like, what's going on? I think we find out that Godolkin is a terrible person. It is still like normal stuff, what you'd expect from the boys' universe. So I think like the idea that they're bringing him to the present day now, and like, I don't know, I'm just what they want to do. Obviously, they're not gonna do their X-Men, but like, it's like, okay, because this season again has felt a lot more X-Men-y than say Avengers or Justice League, like the boys is, right? This season you've had like more kids, like they're learning in a training room under like a teacher, like it's the teachers are mutants, quote unquote, but like superpowers. Like it's felt more X-Men than like Avengers or Justice League for the 7. So I do wonder what's like, I don't think Godolkin is a threat that will be vanquished next episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So I'm interested to see like what their bigger plans are for him. In the current climate, he fits in. Right. He's Thomas Godolkin, first of all, so he can, and then he's a soup, and then he's here for soup supremacy. So like he really does fit into whatever plans. Like right now, the temperature is more pro his ideas than anti. So I don't know. I'm interested to see what he does. We have some friends who don't have powers. Who have powers, I don't think will go along with his ideas. So we might be afraid of them. I think Emma's friends could be in danger. I don't know if Godolkin will be friendly to someone whose power is manipulating their pubic hair.
I don't think he will.
Obviously, it's better than your power being that your feet are your hands.
Yeah.
Whatever Hempu's powers. It's not even a power. It's not just like a mutation in bed.
What Godolkin said just before he killed him, he's like, oh yeah, that like we need gods walking amongst us, not circus.
That's sick. I mean, yeah. So
that was tough.
So yeah, I guess he's gonna start doing them, and obviously, Cate knows that, or everybody eventually finds out, but Cate clocks that is Godolkin, and he's the one that's been controlling Cypher, and then everyone takes Marie out. So now it's kind of like everybody versus Godolkin. What you guys thoughts? Like, we're headed to the finale next week. What do you think?
So a couple of things, right? I feel like now that Godolkin is back in his own actual body, we don't know how durable his body is. So I feel like killing him might not necessarily be that difficult. But the issue is, we also don't know the extent of his powers now that he's been fully healed. I feel like he can transfer his entire consciousness into somebody else's body. So even if they actually kill him, he might just be somebody else. And that would be a very interesting plot point if they choose to go that route. So I'm looking forward to how they're going to deal with that. Because even in Annabeth's dream, right? Like it looked like Marie was dying, but there was blood all around her and the blood was levitating. So I honestly don't know what was really going on.
And she looks different.
Yeah, she looks different. Like, so is now a thing of, is Godolkin going to end up in Marie's body? Like, was that his actual goal? Like, to create a new body for himself that is the most powerful soup ever? So that can also play into it. Then at the same time, it's also like Homelander might also show up, right? Because again, at this point, Marie is enough of a threat, quote unquote, that he's going to be concerned about. Because remember, Cypher and Sister Sage also spoke about it, but she told Godolkin not to worry about Homelander. Yeah.
I don't think Homelander knows about Marie. As in, he knows about her, but I don't think he knows like enough to come yet. I don't think they'll bring Homelander in the finale. They won't do that again 2 years in a row.
Fair enough.
And Sister Sage will not want to tell him because I think they have their plans. Godolkin is very powerful. Like, from the fact that we could see, like, when they're doing whack-a-mole with all the guys and like he was controlling them through Cypher, that's a man that is strong. All right. So I don't really know how you fight a man like that. Right. You have to go and do like Magneto and get a metal helmet how do you actually fight him? Yeah, and then Chiagoziem, any thoughts on the rest of this episode? Stroke what might happen in the finale?
The
Thoughts
rest
on
of the
Greg? Are
episode.
you still convinced that?
Greg told our baby girl, basically, I can show you the world. Because he wanted to fly her around. That was so cute. And she had to jump up to hug him. I said, cute. We're live. But will he betray them? I'm actually not too sure. What else did I think this episode? Apart from my girl acting her ass off, the revelations, Marie. I don't know, that blood scene. Was it actually just a nightmare? Or is that yet to
I
come?
think because it also
they're
happened when she was awake.
Yeah, it happened
They're
twice.
still in what's it called?
In
They
Godju.
haven't left the facility. So I guess hypothetically.
I mean, it doesn't always happen. She said, like, her things don't always come to pass. But at the same time, like, I feel like there's, like, obviously Marie's not going to die next episode. I feel like there's maybe something.
I think someone's going to die.
Somebody's definitely going to die for sure.
Who are we betting on?
Should we do that? Okay, let's do that. What was our death pool?
So I feel like death-wise, they won't kill Emma. We need her for the comedic element. I don't think they'll kill Sam. He's strong. Cate, they might DNF her. Jordan, they might also DNF them. Annabeth, maybe another DNF. So the only people who I think will survive to see another season, they might even DNF Marie, who knows, plot twist. But I think Emma will survive, and I think Sam will survive. Marie, as you said, she might not survive as herself, but she might survive.
I mean, if Annabeth dies, then season 3 is Marie full villain arc.
But I don't know.
That's the thing. I mean, I personally don't feel like they'll go that route. I feel like, so for me, the most expendable people right now, Polarity, number one. Polarity might
For
go
what?
because right now Polarity is just on the warpath right now, and so he's going to go out Godolkin full force, and again, that's not necessarily a fight he can handle on his own. But right now, he's literally the only person that can counter Godolkin's powers. So he might make the ultimate sacrifice, die fighting Godolkin, but the Godolkin might not actually die. So. But I feel like that's kind of a little too obvious. So I don't know. But Polarity definitely number one on my list of people that are going to die. Because again, like
why do you hate black men?
It's not about hating black men,
bro. First it was A-Train. Now it's like...
It's not about hating black men, bro. Like,
I just know black men to survive.
I want them to survive. I just know how they be doing my people on TV, bro.
That's true, actually.
I just know how they be doing my people on TV, bro. So literally, like, if Polarity dies, I would not be surprised in the slightest. But I feel like he's going to go out in a blaze of glory if he dies. So that's one thing. Another thing is Jordan. Like, if they kill Jordan, Marie is going to evolve to a whole other level. So that might also be a play that they want to run. Yeah. And like Marie, and that's the thing, Jordan dying is like Marie might just actually commit the Godolkin genocide that this nigga is praying for.
Yep.
So she'll flip the switch. She'll turn it off. Yeah.
She'll just go crazy and just massacre all them guys. So that's another possible plot point. So those are my two,
your top two.
Top two dying. Dead. Annabeth dying again is bro, she already died, bro. Like, that'd be crazy.
True.
That'd be crazy if they kill her again. But this is the boys' universe. They are crazy people.
Anything can happen.
They could do whatever they like. Third on my list is Emma. I feel like they could possibly kill Emma because Emma has grown a lot this season. She's been showing a lot of empathy, and they are building her up so much that if they kill her, people will feel it. So that she's my number 3. She's my number 3. So those are my top 3. Polarity, Jordan, Emma.
I think
they better
all
not
the
kill
kids
Emma.
make it out. I
All
think
the
Polarity
kids,
is a good
okay.
shout. I also think that all that blood could just be random students
People.
at the school.
No, possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
But wasn't she in a room with all the blood?
Yeah, she was like in a training room and the blood was like... So it could be that she like... Maybe they control her. Maybe Cypher controls her and she takes a bunch of kids up and blows their body. We don't know. That's actually a possibility that Cypher controls her. Because she hasn't been controlled.
She's
she hasn't been controlled yet. And
she's in a weakened state.
She's the only one that's been controlled, right? Obviously Emma has been controlled, but like Jordan has been controlled. Sam has been... She's the only powerful person that hasn't been controlled.
That hasn't been controlled, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that'll be for the finale. Greg, I still have my question mark on that boy.
Right.
I still have my question mark on that boy. Because I still feel like the Sam Emma thing is quote unquote end game. So like I'm trying to figure out what the Greg thing is there. Like there has to be a reason that Emma goes back to Sam.
It might be a betrayal. Now make me so sad.
Yeah, I mean,
it was interesting that he was part of the whack-a-mole thing. So that maybe that kind of threw me off his scent a little bit, but I'm not fully convinced. I'm not fully convinced.
But the thing is, like, what's the purpose of... I mean, apart from, the Sam Emma thing, like, what's Greg's purpose? Like he's just... Do you get? He's just a guy.
And
like
he hasn't really
he's just a guy.
So them. He hasn't like there's nothing that we're like, how did Cypher know about this? You know, like, so it's not like he hasn't really sold out any information yet. So unless he actively betrays them in the finale, like it's nothing like... I can't believe that he's been a mole all this time, because there's nothing that like...
There's nothing, exactly.
Kids are stupid.
Literally.
Like Cypher figured everything out himself. I love the fact that Greg is like just a better version of Sam. Like there's a point when, when they're standing beside each other, you just see that he's taller than Sam. He like flies. He's like the Captain America. He's like the blonde hair, blue-eyed. Like I was just like, oh, yeah, he's just like Sam version 2.0. He flies whenever Sam like jumps. I was like,
Sam still has a soft spot for me. You know?
Well, yeah, that's
my brand.
Yeah, you like a man who's reforming his mental health.
You just have to feel empathy for... Yeah.
Should we give our best Emma line before we wrap up? I do think it's a unanimous line. So, Chiagoziem, what's your best Emma line? Oh, you didn't write it down?
I didn't write it down, no. I'm trying to think, what did Emma say?
I really wanted you to say it.
Damn.
I really wanted you to say it.
I didn't even need to write it down.
Let me think. Maybe it's in my notes. I'm so sorry.
No, I really wanted you to say the word. Yes. So tell me, what was your favorite Emma line?
No, I didn't write it down.
You didn't write it? Okay.
I was...
Okay, I was talking about you were hating Cate.
Oh, is it? Anyway, sorry, you go.
No,
I can't.
Go ahead.
Is it the freezing? But that wasn't...
No, that wasn't it.
Sorry, yeah. Say the line.
Say the line. I really wanted Chiagoziem to say it.
She was talking to Sam, and Sam is like, who is Greg? She's like, Greg is just my friend. And even if he's not, you don't have a say. He can finger bang me until he fucking comes. And it won't be any of your business.
Until he comes.
Yeah, and it won't be any of your business.
Well, I mean, maybe Sam is a real one. I was like, that's what he likes. That's what he enjoys. But that was just an insane combination of words. I was like, Emma, you know what? That's how only like in an episode full of mental and physical breakdown, that's how only funny line, and it was worth it. I was just like, yes, thank you. Okay, so we'll come back for the finale. That will probably be a much longer episode. I'm sure we'll get into the finale, and I'm sure we'll talk about all the things that like it kind of relates or it points towards for the boys' finale itself. If you have any questions for the finale you want us to discuss, please send them to us. There are some things that we're going to discuss in the finale. We're just like, we've got some of your like messages and things like that, but it makes more sense to discuss them after the finale, so we'll probably do that. If you have anything else, message us, DM us, email us at popcornfordinnerpod@gmail.com. And please also listen to Slow Horses, and we're coming back and we'll have some coverage about Pluribus at some point in November. I don't know.
Some coverage of what?
Pluribus.
What is that?
Well, that's why you're on this podcast. You learn about new shows. Speaking of Thomas Schnauz, it's Vince Gilligan who created Breaking Bad. It's his new show with Ray Sion, who was on Better Call Saul. I don't really know much about it intentionally, but it's like a sci-fi show on Apple TV. So
Apple, they do be cooking on Apple.
I think she's the one miserable woman in a world full of happy people, something like that. I think that's like
that
kind of
sounds
the log line.
like something I would enjoy.
Yeah, that's kind of the log line. I'm interested to see what the idea is there.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah. So, thank you everyone for listening, guys. Chiagoziem and Oseghale, thank you once again.
Watch Task.
Yeah, do watch Task. Now that she's caught up, yes, watch Task.
No, like actually do.
I just want to say there was one thing we didn't talk about, the fact that Annabeth had a dream about Marie killing their parents and she didn't say anything and she's been carrying that guilt forever.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I mean, to be fair, I think it was a dream about her parents dying, not necessarily of Marie. She said
true.
Marie killing them. I think she said
she said of the parents dying. Yeah.
Parents dying. Yeah, well, obviously, yeah. So, but yeah, it is like, you can't imagine, like, talk about regret. Like people say things like, if I had known, I would have like called. But this is like, she knew.
She knew.
And she got the dream like multiple times during the week, and she didn't like. Yeah, it's you can't quantify. You can't even begin to think about that kind of like emotional baggage. It's like there's nothing there. It's like can't imagine the kind of regret she's had. Yeah, Annabeth was in a good way. Like whatever our problems we had, how were last week. In terms of what she being unfair to Mary, I think she had a good episode this week, and she kind of said like she did the thing that TV characters do, right, where they speak as if they've been to therapy because they are written by people that have been to therapy. And it was like, I was holding you responsible, but deep down I knew like it was me. I was using that as a shield. Like human beings don't talk like that because we haven't been to therapy, but writers have been to therapy and they put it like that in their character, which is we'll take it. It's a good thing.
Keeya Kings.
Yeah, so.
You'll always
I
be
think
great.
that was a good episode for her. But yes, wrapping up, we'll come back next week, talk about the finale. We'll be joined by Oscar winner Daniel Kaluuya. Thank you much for listening, guys. Shout out to everyone who's listening. Shout out to Ebube, who's been producing both these episodes and Slow Horses. Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Keeya King, call me.
Sending that to her.